Oh, I gotta move you. Gotta put the king over here. What up, guys? Welcome to our channel. We are Jupiter's Love. I am talking about it, Takina. And that is my crazy king, Iconic. He's not froze. He did that to me yesterday. I thought he was froze, I ain't gonna lie. He played too much. Yeah. Anyhow. So, Mr. Iconic, we 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 try and have these topics, and I feel like we don't get into the nitty-gritty, and then we have conversations off camera, and I really think that if we have these conversations when we have them initially on camera, it would be way deep and more informative maybe. Whoa,
Sorry.
you good over there?
Yeah.
Um, we have conversations a lot of times off camera, and I'm like, we need to record. We need to get this juice while it's juicing. And both of us yawning. You started it first though. I was good, just so you know. Um so earlier this week there was two things that we came across, and we were having this very good dialogue, and now I'm like, I don't remember what it was. So I'm gonna start writing it down. So we're gonna kind of wing it a little bit, and because we've had a lot of discussions, and
And you
I
can
am, huh?
also, instead of writing it down too, just in case, if you're in the room and we're talking, or let's say for instance you're in the living room and talking or whatever, you could just go to your door, tell Alexa that you want to make a note of such and such.
Yeah, I could. Either way, I gotta figure it out because we be having some juicy conversation. You got me started, and I was perfectly fine. So I'm gonna what is
Go
it called? Do a shameless plug,
blame it on the.
and huh?
Go like and subscribe now.
Yes. Um, um, I need to like write down a routine. Like I see some people on their podcast, they'll have their iPad and they'll go down the checklist of everything they need to say and do. And I need to do that because yeah. So let me just run this banner real quick. Again, welcome to the show, welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe. Um so I'm going to do a couple shameless plugs. The first one is if you're interested. That was my phone texting me telling me I have no money. If you're interested, these right here, my sister and brother-in-law sell these energy drinks, energy pills, and the drinks. This is also a drink. It
Evidently,
comes,
you take nothing because
I
you drunk.
haven't taken it yet. I'm about to though. But the shameless plug is, my sister gave it to me earlier this week to try it out, and ever since they gave it to me, I have not needed naps. And I've only taken it twice this week, and I've been good. No crash. I still go to sleep normal. So if you want, I will try and get their link. I'll put it in the comments because it has worked for me, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm yawning, not because of me, because of him. So I'm gonna take one. The other shameless plug is if you are, yeah, see, if you are we're in a few poly groups, so if you by chance happen to come across this because of the group, please let us know if you know, I feel like we can't really be ourselves in those groups. And I honestly have put myself in timeout from the groups. We'll get to that in a second. So if you want to engage or interact, this is the place to be, because them groups is a whole hot mess. So this video is probably gonna be long. I ain't gonna lie to you. If y'all just want to watch for entertainment or whatever, it's gonna be long. We may stop, but the next video that we would start would lead into whatever this is. So I don't even know if I feel like ending it, or we just keep recording and it be part 1 and part 2, which is what I might do. Um,
And
because
also,
we got time today.
this video this video is brought to you by the right and left leg.
Well,
And
also, what'd you say?
I said, and we're in between.
Oh, okay. Where'd you get that one from?
I pulled it out my back pocket.
Okay. Between the right and left leg?
No, between the right and left cheek.
Okay. Um, so take these energy pills first. I need more water as I stare at like 10 gallons of water next to me. Anywho,
Man, you
don't
swallow
say a word.
better than you do me.
Anywho, so I want to talk about a couple things. We're gonna clear all this out. Um, I feel like I need space on the screen, so I'm gonna do this. Okay. Because y'all know that's iconic. And I'm talking about a taquito. So
I
eh,
thought you threw yourself on the floor for a minute.
no, I did not. Um, I'm gonna get comfortable. I need to stretch my legs, so I need to come up higher.
Y'all seen that little tuchus come up.
Oh, stop it. My boobies are showing at the bottom.
Yeah.
Um, so first topic I want to talk about that is one of my stressors is all of the terms when it comes to being in the poly world. I thought it was a lot with learning polyamorous, polyandry, polygamy, polygyny. That's where I started, and I thought that was a lot. And I'm like, "What's this? What's that? What?" I'm so confused. And then I got into the V and the Z and the triad and the
And
all of them. So I'm like, "Oh my god." Last night I text my sister, who, and if she's watching, forgive me. I believe she identifies as, I think she's identifies as lesbian. Initially, I think it was bisexual, but I think she's kind of over the bisexual part and it's just lesbian. I could be wrong. If you watching, I love you. Um, and so I text my sister and my daughter, who I think my daughter identifies as bisexual. And so I seen an intro from one of the groups, and the girl had said that she identifies as bi-selective. And so my lovely king and I were having a conversation, and I'm like, what is that? And so I sent it to my sister and daughter because I'm like, they'll know. And so my daughter responded back and she said, and y'all can, correct it if it's wrong or whatever. My daughter initially said it's like bisexual, and I'm like, okay, then why not just say that then? Like, why say by selective? And so then she said, no, it means to like women, but not in an emotional way. And I just said, okay. Um, because I was just like, here goes another freaking term that's annoying as hell. And I'm sorry, I'm not coming at people and their choices per se. But why do you have to be selective? Why does bisexual mean that I'm into women but not in an emotional way? So are you just saying strictly just sexual? And if that's the case, then I don't know. I get so we had a disagreement yesterday about a closed V versus the triad. And I'm just like, I'm ready to tap out. I'm ready to tap out. It's too much for me. You trying to find or be in a relationship, and there's probably like 100 different terms under the initial four: polygyny, polygamy, polyamory, whatever. I don't know how my lovely king feels about it, but I'm annoyed.
I feel like it's a lot of terms or whatever, and some of them can, some of them, most of them can be just consolidated and just. But I guess the world that we live in now, where everybody, or not everybody, but people are gender fluid and unbinary or binary and all that stuff, all that confusion is just added to more confusion. Um, yeah, like the like what my wife said about the triad versus the V or whatever. Both of them are a triad because triad mean a group of three. Tri. Um, but one is more known as everybody sleeping together, which is a triad, and the V is everybody is in a relationship with one person.
With the
Or
hinge.
yeah, with the hinge. See, and that's the thing. The hinge and the V is the same thing.
I understand. So let me say what I understand. When you have a V, the hinge is the bottom point, right? It's just the bottom point. So the hinge, you swing a hinge, you know, ties two things together basically. So you like the thing on the door, right? The hinge on the door hinge, whatever, connects the door to the frame, right? The common denominator is the hinge. The door can't open and close in the frame or be in the frame without that hinge. So I'm okay with I'm okay with the V, and I'm okay with you having the role as a hinge, right?
What if I want
Because
to be a henchman? Okay, go ahead.
so I'm okay with that. The issue that we had was the way that he worded something in one of the posts.
Let's be honest, we didn't have the issue. She had the issue of it. So go ahead.
Okay, so fine then. I had an issue with how he worded something in a post because for me, because I'm so like, with all these terms and whatever else. The way that he worded it, in my opinion, in my opinion, insinuated that it was what we had was a closed V. And from my understanding, a closed V is a triangle. If you close the V, it makes a triangle, which is a triad. The way that he started the comment was insinuating, or I took it, I don't know, or what he said exactly was, I don't understand why people have an issue with triads. I'm a closed V man. You're agreeing that there's nothing wrong with triads, and you're saying you're a closed V. I wish I could bring, and I can, but I'm not going to do it right now. We could literally draw it on in the video, but I haven't messed with that yet. I ain't even gonna do it. We could bring in a whiteboard.
Okay, so let's break it down. Let's start with the difference between open and closed in the poly world, in the poly
I
lifestyle.
know what you meant, but that's not how it came out in your comment. I know what you meant.
Okay, so just because, okay, and I did not change it because I'm not gonna change it because if somebody do not understand it, that's that's not a me problem.
No, okay. In fairness, in fairness. So my frustration flat out was, if you're insinuating that you're all for triad and that you're a closed V man, and I'm not saying this to you, I'm just talking to our future viewers. If someone like me, who's mono, and my husband's poly, we're in this together, right? We're in this together. I don't want to put out, I don't want to say false information, but I don't want to give someone who's watching or reading the comment, let's just say, like, oh, I like him, he's cute. Oh, I like her. Okay, so they're closed V. So that means, okay, so I get both of them because she cute, he cute. I'm good. I'm attracted to both of them. Then they start talking to him because he made the comment. Start talking to him. Things progress, and then the person potentially wants to show interest to me, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. I support y'all, but I'm not. It's not for me. And so now the person is thinking like, hold up, you said close V. So for me, it's, even if I'm reading something for whatever, however, I'm not looking for me. But if I were, I want to make sure that whatever situation I'm getting into, it's a clear understanding of what it is or is not.
And I get that.
So
Also,
I'm not asking you to change it. I just know if someone's looking, they're going to get the wrong idea.
well, I disagree with you for the simple fact that the groups that I am in, and I'm in a crap ton of them, when they say their dynamic is a closed triad, and I'm saying a closed V. The difference between closed and open is closed mean a there there will not be anyone outside of me, you, and her. A closed triad is we're all dealing with each other and it's closed. We're not dealing with nobody else. Do you
I hear you. I've been
okay,
said
so
I understand.
right. So that's the difference. Like in all the groups, when you say closed, that means, and even the solo poly, they're like, no, we're not. They be like, we're not into anything closed. It won't be closed. So if they're gonna deal with somebody, they're not gonna be dealing with anything or any dynamic that has closed in it. because they gonna stay open. And that's the difference between closed and open. We are closed V. That means that there's the V part. When you think about the V part, a closed V is not a triangle. That just means that there's no other person coming in to that V. And a closed triad, everybody's having sex together and nobody's having sex outside of that closed triad.
Um, so w- just so that we are on the same page, if someone, if you do if it asks for your dynamic, you would say female, male, female, slash, right? Slash, you would say closed next,
Hmm.
and then to emphasize the female, male, female, you would put V,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So when you say closed V, you're not saying it as one word, you're saying it as two words, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I understand that, but that's not how it came off. That's all I'm saying. When some if I let me give you an example. If I say trying to I want to give a good example. If I say I don't know, if I say I don't know why people have an issue with pepperoni and pineapple pizza, right? But I only eat pineapple pizza. I'm insinuating that I like pepperoni and pineapple pizza. But then I follow it with I'm all for a pineapple pizza though. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get that I'm hungry now. Baby, that was the worst analogy ever. But
No, it
I
was
get what
not.
you're saying. I get what you're saying, but that's the worst analogy ever. I understand what you're saying.
Why is that the worst analogy?
It, that's just my opinion, baby.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying, though. I understand what you are saying. I'm just saying that as much that many groups I've been in and I'm reading and learning and all that stuff, I guarantee you 90% will not be 90% of the people that read that or would read that will not think of, hey, that's like a closed triad because again, a triad is where all parties are having sex together. They're in a romantic relationship
I
together.
understand that.
So then, since this is about terms or whatever, tell the people what the metamor is.
It's two people who are in a relationship with someone else. Basically, you're sharing someone else, but you two are not in a relationship.
Yeah. Okay, people. I only threw that out because she she almost lost her top in learning that terminology. It's so many different terms and whatever have you. And the one thing that she's always saying is like, why do it need to be all these terms? Why not just have love and let love be love? And to the community, Why are there so many terms? Like if you say hinge, why does it need to be a V? If you say V, why does it need to be like, or just FMF? Like, the all these different terminologies. It's like a secret society with a whole bunch of secrets. Maybe that's what them people are. They poly. No, I'm just kidding. What other terminology?
I'm gonna look it up, literally.
So hell, like, um, and then there's a lot of people that go by F or MFF. The female is the hinge, but then yeah,
So the new one that I've been seeing is
personally, I like the V.
no, the new one that I've been seeing is ethical non-monogamy. You mean you're poly?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been seeing that since day one, and that's why I was like looking at you like, what you just heard about? But I know.
No, because people are using it. They'll put
And
ENM.
yeah. At first, I'm gonna be honest. I thought they was trying to say Eminem. I'm like, what Eminem got to do with it?
And then I'm reading just now because why not? It pineapple means exploring. A household or couple is open to exploring with others. So
Yeah,
you're swinging?
yeah,
Okay, so then just say that.
yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I would say that has nothing to do with a the poly lifestyle, poly life. I believe the poly lifestyle is for relationships, and that pineapple stuff that's just for hooking and booking.
So if I go around and be like, because we joke, so we'll be like, pineapples, pineapples, because wasn't it Kevin Hart that was like
Yeah,
pineapples?
word the safe word.
So really,
But the pineapple been um way before Kevin Hart said that pineapple's been that upside down pineapple been back in Studio 54 porn days.
so I'm looking on a website. Okay, so there's a bunch of terms. Literally the website is called the website is called lovingmore nonprofit.org, whatever. It's polyamory terms, right? So there's a bunch talking about closed marriage, closed relationship, co-housing community,
That's
comparison. So that's what I've seen.
I've seen that too. I really don't get that comparison, like, or is it just
Compersion, I think is the right way to say it. Compersion. Compersion. And the definition of that one is taking joy or pleasure in someone else's joy, pleasure or happiness, feeling joy in the joy that others you love share among themselves, especially taking joy in the knowledge that your beloveds are expressing their love for one another. The term was coined by the Kirsten Commune. Okay, whatever.